As Trinity's Chief Academic Officer, I have the honor of officially opening the academic year and welcoming you, the newest members of our academic community. Happy New Year. Here you are, the class of 2025. Today marks the official beginning of your Trinity education, so I'd like to say a few words about what that means. In doing so, I'll give you a bit of what every student wants, a secret glimpse inside the minds of your professors, who own and sometimes show up in strange wizard outfits like this one. And in return for this insider information, I'll ask something of you too. We'll think of it as your first assignment. But first, we need to clear something up, and it has to do with this word education. I want to challenge you to consider that your education is an activity that you do, not a thing that you receive. That is, you can't get an education like you'd get a smartphone or a haircut. It isn't something that others give you or that merely happens to you. Instead, your education is the process by which you write and edit the story of your life. And your curiosity is what drives this process. Your curiosity urges you to figure out who you are and to get a handle on what our incredibly complex world is. And it's your curiosity that pushes you to ask how the world ought to be and how you can best help make it so. At Trinity, we help you to engage that curiosity, to imagine and craft your story, to explore and experiment with what it could be. You are surrounded today by world-class experts, the faculty and staff of Trinity University. And they have devoted their lives to empowering you to write your stories and design your impact upon our world. Now, how do we do that? We do it by leaning into our core values of perpetual discovery, intentional inclusion, and enduring excellence. We embody these shared values in our programs of study, our classes, our research, our support systems, and our community norms. And we invite you to encounter and live those core values with us. The first of these is perpetual discovery. Now, as you write your stories, you're going to wrestle with some enormous questions about two outrageously complex subjects, you and the world in which you and all of us live. And as if outrageously complex wasn't complicated enough, there's a hitch. The very things you are trying to grasp, you, us, the world, they're always changing, and they're changing each other. Each day brings new events to reckon with, new ideas to consider, and new problems to solve. So the big question for education is this: how can we learn to understand and navigate an ever-changing and infinitely complex world? My answer is going to sound like the puzzling sort of thing that philosophers like me are known for saying. We must develop our ability to develop our abilities. That is, we must not only learn the best knowledge of the past and present, we must also learn the courage to question, refine, and expand that knowledge. We need to learn how to explore questions that we can't even dream of today, but that tomorrow's world will press upon us. To respond intelligently and ethically to changes, we will learn from tradition and past ideas because they're an immensely rich inheritance. But we cannot take that inherited work as finished, fixed, or without flaws. We need to be able to build upon this heritage of human knowledge, remedying its problems and creating a better, truer inheritance to pass along to those who come after us. At Trinity, perpetual discovery is as much about learning how to create knowledge as where to find it. This brings us to intentional inclusion, our second core value. As you join our academic community, you'll experience incredible diversity of interests, identities, disciplines, cultures, and perspectives. Each faculty member's regalia contains symbols of that variety in the colors and fabrics and cords and sashes and pins and medals. All of this wizard bling conveys information about our academic disciplines, our degrees, and the universities from which we graduated. It also offers glimpses into some of our many passions, commitments, affiliations, interests, and identities. Paraphrasing Walt Whitman, we are large, we contain multitudes. And as of today, you are a part of that immense variety. We are also, though, one, a community, a university, united in our shared belief that perpetual discovery is more than any one person can manage alone. You are now part of that too. We're in this together. We need one another. Our stories are fundamentally interwoven. Thus, there's a real sense in which my education requires your education, for my limitations may be your gifts, and vice versa. Each of us has only a partial grasp on the truth of anything, but working together, we can help one another to become better people who understand better and build a better world. Put bluntly, if your voice isn't included in this work of discovery, and especially if lots of y'all's voices aren't included, we are going to miss out on your truth. And we are all going to discover and create and write our stories that much more poorly because of it. We challenge ourselves intentionally and regularly to ask which perspectives are missing, whose voices are louder and whose are quieter, and why is that? And most importantly, how can we fix it? And this brings us to enduring excellence, our third core value. A Trinity education aims to transform the person, that's you, to transform the community, and thereby to transform the entire world. We do this by asking questions and seeking answers deliberately, carefully, and passionately. We inquire with courageous humility, because we know that the truth is bigger than any one of us. And because we know that every person has something irreplaceable to contribute to this shared task, we help others to find their voices and write their stories as we work to find and create ours. Knowing that we do all of this in a world of rapid and constant change, we stay curious and we become better at becoming better. All of that is to say that we aim for genuine excellence. We push each other to imagine and become our very best selves. We support, encourage, and care for each other. And we commit to challenging and changing the things that hinder or undermine that work. Okay, earlier I said that I would let you in on the secret of what your professors want from you. So here it is. We want you to attend to your education as if the whole world depends on it, because it does. Who you become and what you create matters not only to you, but to your families, your communities, your societies. It matters so much that we dedicate our lives to helping you discover and create the paths to which you will dedicate yours. And that's what, in our deepest heart of hearts, we really want. So here's your assignment. Give us what we want. Be passionate in your education. Engage in it as the process of making a life and not merely as a way to make a living. Challenge yourself to treat every reading, every lecture, every lab, every class discussion, every assignment, and every new person you meet as a chance to grow in some way, however large or small. Maybe you can refine or expand something you already know about, or start exploring something new. Perhaps you can help someone else to understand your perspective, or come to understand the truth in theirs. In short, your assignment is to let us help you in becoming the person that our world desperately needs you to become. I thank you, and I welcome you to Trinity University. Happy New Year, class of 2025.